see, chairman, CEO, director's office, and some supporting admin office. You see, so you realize that then we'll have so much surplus space at commercial center, so we can expand, the commercial activities there. And remember that we'll have so much office space like Pullman as well, where indeed most of the activities will be happening invariably. Because here is more like, a point to connect to the city and activities that, but the real football operations, Pullman. So there will be so much space. So this is really forward-looking. And as I said earlier, at one time we thought we can have a rooftop, okay, like above this rooftop, and a roof further above, which would be like have a helipad. When you are going to Pullman, you don't have to go through all the traffic. But when we have visitors from abroad, we keep a small helicopter there, fly you to Pullman and back.
Like delegation from Cincinnati.
Delegation from Cincinnati. You don't have to go through all the traffic. We have our meetings. At our meeting, just go up there and then Pullman and then back. You see, it's also good for brand building, image building, that will enhance our commercial value and make it more attractive to sponsors. You see what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you cannot divorce the technical bit from the commercial bit. They are inseparable. They are like twins. They have to work together. You see, but without the resources, you can't support the technical. You get me? If you look at the payroll of the likes of Sundowns, there's some players who earn almost $40,000 a month. You see what I'm saying? You can't continue to pay on average $1,005 a month and expect to compete with those who are paying $40,000 a month. So we need to enhance the commercial aspect. Extremely important. Mm-hmm. If we are not happy about what happened in Cote d'Ivoire, then we should appreciate what we are doing here. Exactly. If we are not happy about what happened in Cote d'Ivoire, the more reason we should appreciate what Haas is doing. You see what I'm saying? Invest in infrastructure. We don't have much, Even how they call it, the Africa Games people, they were considering looking at Pullman for our training facilities, because we don't have much in this city. We don't have much in this city. You see, and our new coach, who's been all over, extremely appreciative of Pullman. He's been at Pip Mazembe. He's been at WAC. Okay, Congo. He's been in Congo, he's been in Haiti and all of that. He appreciates. Not many of the clubs he has worked with have anything close to Pullman. They said even, video showed it and passed around some of these colleagues, and they were all very appreciative. You see, yeah. So this is all very much forward-looking, laying the foundation for future development. It's got to be appreciated. You see, look, Accra will not be available to us again. We're just short of facilities. Has to look for a place to play next weekend and subsequent weekends because of these Africa Games. You see all the last minute pressures that are going on to get Legon ready, to get, what's the name of the Boteman ready. For a country that we claim to love football, we have nothing. People who don't appreciate what we are doing here, they don't know where the game is going. They have no idea. You see, how far we're here, this night they were very appreciative. You see what I'm saying? But, people like Montari, very appreciative. He's been all over the place. Very appreciative what we're having. And more recently, as I said, our coach, our new coach, who has been at Champions League winning sides, he just is so happy about what we are doing. So we'll get this done within the next 2 weeks. Then we'll focus on getting Pullman also ready. Hopefully, another 1 to 2 months at most. Some of the contracts have let us down, unlike these guys who truly have worked to schedule. Because at first you promised to do it within like 10 months maximum. Of course, but the country went through difficulties. We also went through difficulties. Funding these things during COVID, it's not a child's play. And during a debt crisis, it's not a child's play. Very, very tough. You see, very, very tough. We could have finished probably, a little bit earlier, you see. But we haven't done too bad. You broke the walls, you broke the old one in May. In May 2022, 2022. So this is not too bad. It's not too bad. Well, so it's not bad at all. You see. So that's it. So thank you so much for the support.
Royal Majesty, does it come with a sort of relief as far as getting this kind of edifice?
No, the good news is that once you put it in place, you don't have to do it again. You see what I'm saying? When it's just like Arsenal. When Arsenal were building the Emirates, they had so much difficulties in even recruiting top players because resources were limited. You see, so when they completed the Emirates, it was a big relief because others are now going to go to tread the same path that you've already been on. You see what I'm saying? So it's a big relief. I mean, how many clubs in our sub-region can boast of this? A whole commercial center and Pobiman. So infrastructure-wise, the only thing that we would need, a stadium. It puts us streets miles ahead of, our competitors. So it's indeed a big relief. Because it wasn't an easy decision. It wasn't an easy decision to commit to this. Because he couldn't commit and then fail to complete. See what I'm saying? So it wasn't an easy decision. Pobiman was not an easy decision. Those of you who have built houses before, imagine the cost of walling 1 acre of land. Now we have walled 20 acres of land. Even the decision to wall the whole place was not an easy one for us. But we thought that we just must do it. Once we were building valuable assets there, we need to protect those assets. You see. And again, there's one thing that is very important. When you go to Madrid, you can't go and watch Real Madrid training. You can't. I mean, it doesn't show seriousness when your training is open to the public. So even your opponents can come and spy on you on the eve of matches. That's why we suffered. You see, walling Pobiman means that nobody can come watch our training unless you're allowed to. That's very, very important. When I went to Bonabo and I was happy that, it's almost 3, they'll come and train us. They say, hey, they don't train here. Training is a special thing. They train at a separate place where nobody goes unless you're allowed. So walling Pobiman gives us that advantage. Now we can almost be training like behind closed doors. And on special days that the coach says, hey, journalists come, fans come, then of course it's open to the fans journalists. You see, a lot have been taken into consideration in doing everything that we are doing by way of infrastructure. The only thing left after maybe another 2 months at Pobiman will be the hotel that we have to build, and the stands around the mini stadium. Aside those, the only other thing left has us to do stadium. It puts the streets ahead of many of the teams. Our coach said even in North Africa, maybe 1 or 2 clubs may have what we are having at Pobiman. You see, so I think this is a big relief. It means in future we don't have to think about these things. When others are thinking, fancy until recently, we hop from place to place looking for a place to train. When we found one, the bus had to leave maybe 5 hours ahead and pick people from all over. So the first player who is picked may sit in the bus for 5 hours before getting to them, and when they close to the same thing, they have to go around and drop people. Now our players are living next to the pitch. If you're a serious player, you can train at dawn on yourself, on your own. You can train in the morning, you can train in the afternoon, you can even wake up at night and say, hey, let me go and do some training. It's a big, big step. Those who understand football where it's going, they will appreciate it. But the people who know, Abedipele was at Pullman,
Yes.
and he showered praise on us. He's seen it all. You see what I'm saying? All who have been out, who know what is happening, they appreciate what we have done. And we are happy that we're able to do it at such a difficult time. Because we started all this, we started Pullman before COVID struck. We started Pullman, you see, but we were able to complete it, you see. Then added the commercial center and added it, but these were all well thought out. Because we never wanted to start and then fail to finish. Once we started, we had to finish. So we're happy, aren't we?
Yes, sir.
Aren't we happy?